Hi guys, I'm very happy that we have so many different open source models and we can use those open source models using Ollama. We have these models, so many models. I've downloaded almost 8-9 of such models and use it regularly as an open source alternative to ChatGPT or GPT-4. The problem here is that when I have an input, then I need to manually choose which LLM to use for this specific question. And that gets very difficult and very exhaustive on my part. Because just a recent video, Neural Chat, that is a very good chat model. We have Mistral as well, that is also very good. We have Dolphin, this is again fine-tuned on Mistral, this is also very good. For any uncensored thing, I can use Llama 2 uncensored. We have Code Llama for the coding. Now it gets very difficult and very clumsy, and it's so tiring on my mind to select a best model and get the response. In other words, we don't need any manual efforts. So what I have done is I have modeled a little snippet of code that will help you to select the best LLM installed in your system automatically, and we are going to use an LLM for that purpose. So an LLM will choose the best model from the list of installed models on your system, and will select that particular LLM, which the user input will be sent to that particular model and the response will be generated. So that removes the manual efforts that has been done until this time. Now we will use Ollama implementation because that is very easy. We can call in different models, or you can call 3 or 4 versions of different models. You can call in different models. It's very easy to get started with Ollama. If you want to learn more about Ollama, check out the 2-3 videos that I have on my channel. But this is Ollama, and because of Ollama we are able to select and load up the required LLM very soon, using just a simple line of code, which we will see in just a moment. So if this overview is clear, let us move forward with the code and get it running and get everything set up. So first of all, you need to have Ollama installed on your system. If we go to ollama.ai, we have this download button. Then I am on my Mac, so I can download this Mac on my Mac and get it installed. And then you have this on the top, we have this icon which shows that Ollama is running. So everything is set up. How to check if the Ollama is running? We go to a terminal and say Ollama run Mistral. Okay, so this will start up the Ollama run Mistral. If it is ready, we'll have this. Pretty great. So tell me a joke. Same example again. Let's see if it is working. It's working. Okay, we can close this now. So Ollama is implemented here, and I have a bunch of models which have already been installed and downloaded in this local system. Now I don't need the internet now for doing running any of the codes that I'm going to show you, but you just need the internet for downloading the codes that I have created for you. Now if you go ahead to Google and type in prompt engineer 48 GitHub, you will be taken to my GitHub profile, and on my GitHub profile we have this pinned repo. This is the LLM Selector. So I've created this for you. So here you are. This code implements a local LLM selector from a list of locally installed LLMs using Ollama, and the selection will be done depending on the user specific query. So what you need to do is you can have a look at this flow. So first is user asks a question, then the local LLM runs some checks to find the best model that suit for that particular question. Then the question is sent to that particular LLM, the chosen LLM, and the LLM gives out the response. That is pretty simple. Then we have 3 codes. Okay, so this is the requirements. This main function gives just an implementation of the Langchain. The main working gives an implementation in the terminal itself, and the main underscore stream gives an implementation in the Streamlit web UI. We're going to see everything from the beginning to the end and how we have coded everything, but let's get started now. So we open the Visual Studio Code editor, and here we go to File, Open, and open up a new folder where we're going to work. So let me work on my desktop. Create a new folder and say LLM Selector, LLM Selector. It's okay. So we open up the folder LLM Selector, and here we are going to open up a terminal, and inside the terminal we are going to copy this. So copy this, and then in the terminal you can say git clone. You need to have git installed there. So git clone, put in the link. So this will copy everything. So this is the LLM Selector. We have all these files. We have the requirements here. We have the README file, the main file, working file, and the Streamlit file. So next, what you're going to do is create a virtual environment, because it is always good to work in a virtual environment. Now we are going to use Conda. So Conda, you can see the list of environments that we have. I think it was info -envs. So we have the Conda environment, just 2 Conda environments here. I'm going to create a new one. So Conda, create a new environment name LLM Selector, and the Python version that we're going to use is 3.11. So you're going to create a new environment. Just press return, and the Conda environment will be ready in just a minute. So we can now put in Conda activate an LLM Selector. This selector Conda environment is activated now. Now we can do the clear here. Next, let us do the installation. So installation is pip install -r requirements.txt. We can just put it here and run this. No such file, requirements.txt. Okay, we need to go inside the LLM Selector folder here. So change the folder to LLM Selector. Now we can do this. Pip install -r requirements. So this is done. We clear this. We close this now. Now the starting file is just a simple file. So from Langchain we import a few things. From Langchain.llms we import the Ollama as well, and we start the instance, get an instance of Ollama here. Model is the neural chat, and callback is a callback manager, and the streaming the standard out callback handler. So what you can do now is just call in LLM what is 1 + 1, and you can just run this. So for running this we say python main.py. This is just a simple implementation of running this model. So we are going to use Langchain, and inside the Langchain.LLMs we are going to use Ollama. So here the neural chat is running, and just wait for it. We should get an answer very soon. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2. So you can close this now. Next, let's move on to the working case. So here what we have done is, let me explain every step of the process. So what we have done first is and foremost that we have imported some libraries here. We have imported the Ollama here. Next, I've created a model dictionary which has let me make it a good view here. I've created a dictionary in which the key value pairs are the neural chat, which is the name of the model. If you go back to the Ollama and go to down the models here, so this is the name of the model and this is the description of the model. So I've copy pasted the name of the model and the description of the model here. So whatever the models that I have on my system, so I have neural chat on my system. That is a fine-tuned model based on Mistral with good coverage of domain and language. I have Mistral, the popular model which is able to generate coherent text and perform various natural language processing tasks. Ollama, a model that can be used, to generate and discuss code and programs in Python, C++, JavaScript, and all the programming languages. Llama 2 uncensored. This is an uncensored Llama model. This model can give NSFW, not safe for work, replies, and can be used to generate anything which the other models are shy about. Questions on hacking, immorality, and all the bad contents can be asked to this model. Orca Mini is suitable for entry-level hardware. Llama Chinese. This is to fine-tune and improve Chinese dialogues. And Dolphin to Mistral, and this is another model which is trained on Mistral. So these are some of the models that I put. I have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 models, and out of these 7 models, this code is going to pick one for that specific question or query that you are asking. So in order to implement that, what we have done is here I have put in user input. So type your question here. And if the user input the question, whatever we have typed is /exit, we are exiting this loop in order to get out of this code. Now we are selecting the best model. What is the best model? This is a function, select the best model. We are giving the user input here and the model dictionary that is here available here. So this function select best model will select the best model and put it in the best model variable. Then we are going to select and print out the best model. The selected model is the best model. And we are going to use this best model in the Ollama implementation here. So Ollama is going to call what model is it going to call? It is going to call the best model here. And then we are going to get the response, which is LLM.user_input. So we are putting the user input again. And this is the LLM that we are going to use, which has the best model embedded in there, and the best model will be available from the model dictionary. Just one thing remaining is to see the select best model code. Now how do we do this? Select best model. Here what we are going to do is we have two inputs, user input and model dictionary. Then we are going to start up an LLM, the neural chat LLM, because this is very good as of now. So this LLM, this is fixed. So neural chat is the LLM which will decide which LLM will attend to the user's query. So here LLM is the neural chat. This neural chat, we will call this neural chat. We'll get the response from the neural chat. So LLM and prompt. What is the prompt? The prompt is given the user question, which is the user input here. Evaluate which of the following models is most suitable. Strictly respond in one word. So I've asked it to respond it in one word. And then in the prompt, you're going to add in all the models and description from the model dict. Okay. So we are putting this prompt first, and then we are giving a list of all the models that it should take into account. Now, once it gives an output, if you see the output will be just in one word, or sometimes it may have some leading spaces or lagging spaces. So in order to remove that, I've created one more function, that is the parse function. And this parse function is going to take in two inputs, the response of the LLM here, the response of the neural chat, or the selected model response, and the model dictionary. Then it is going to compare the response with the model dictionary, and it is going to give you a key value. It is going to give the name of the key from the model dictionary, and that will be your best model. Okay. And if there is no best model, then we are going to take a neural chat as a default, because this is a very good system, good language model. So I think this is done. In summary, what we have done is that we have a user query which will come from the user. We have these models which are installed in the system. Then the function select best model will select the best model from the list of available model dictionaries, and we will send that best model to Ollama, and Ollama will implement everything. Then we get the response using this code, LLM in user input. So let's run this and let's test this out. So let me make some space here and let me clear everything. Let's run the Python main underscore working.py. Okay, type your question. So what is 1 + 1 question? This is going to search for the best model for this particular question, and it's running. Let's wait. Okay, selected model is the neural chat itself, and now it's going to give you the answer. So 1 + 1 is 2. Now write me and not safe for work short story. Guess who would get this task? Guess who would get this task of creating the NSFW short story? It's the Llama 2 Uncensored. That's pretty great, because other models are not going to respond in the NSFW mode. So we have this story. Let us wait for the story. I have this 8 GB Mac here, and I'm even recording the screen here, therefore it's a little bit slow. But if I don't record the system, it runs a little bit faster, much faster than this. But you get the idea. We'll ask one more question, and then we will move to the Streamlit implementation. Okay, so you can see what comes to your mind after looking at this method. We can see a bunch of different models awaited, or in other words, the hyped version is you can have a bunch of agents which are waiting for you to line up. You have agent 47, you have agent 48, which is the prompt engineer, you have agent 47, which is the hitman, waiting for your command. You just need to call in the agent. You know that it can perform that task because it is an excellent model in that particular task, and this is something you know by yourself. So what you're going to do is you're going to call up a model or call up your colleague and hand over that task to him, so that model will complete that task and return the answer to you. That looks pretty great. If you think of autonomous agents, this can be done autonomously. Now, depending on the question that is being asked, we can take in different models. We can also do collaboration between the models, where that model can again call up a different model for its functioning. So this is something like a function calling principle here. Okay, but I think that you get the use cases and you get the inspiration to create even more things. So this is done. Next we can ask what is the capital of India. Let's see the answer. Let's see which model is being selected for this particular question. Neural chat is the capital of India is New Delhi. That is pretty great. Now let's exit this. So for the exit also I have made a pretty code here, so a pretty small code. So if you have /exit, we exit this program and break this program. So that is done. Now if you are liking this, you will like this version as well. This is the Streamlit implementation on an web UI. Almost everything is the same, but we need to add a few elements so as to get this on the web UI. So this is the same thing that we've been imported, and we need to import the Streamlit as ST here. We have this model selector here, and then we have this parse LLM response here. Model dict is the same thing here. So this is the layout. So we set the page config here, Ollama web UI by @prompt engineer 48. We have this title here, and let me run this, and then it will be easy for me to explain. So in order to run this, we need to say Streamlit run main stream.py. So once you press enter or return here, you will see this interface. Okay, let me go back. So here we have Ollama web UI by prompt engineer 48. That is this. This is the stream st.header. How can I help you today? This is the text input, send a message, and the key is the user input. So whatever you write here, that will be stored as the user input. Now once we have that user input, if you remember, so we can do all sorts of things. We can select the best model, putting the user input here and the model dict, which is available here, the model dictionary. Then on the sidebar, we can write the selected model is the best model. We'll see in a second. And the rest of the things is the normal implementation of the Ollama and response. Just this piece of code we need to write, just this line, st.write and response. So we are writing the response on the web UI. So let me say what is, let's see, what is 1 + 1, and press return. It's running. And let's wait for the answer. On the left, we should have a sidebar where it shows the selected model. So the selected model is neural chat. and now it's running. It's using neural chat to respond to this question. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So what is the capital? What is the capital of Japan? Press enter. This should change the selected model because it is running every time it's running, but it has again selected neural chat because this is the good model. Okay. Then we can say, what is the tell a joke in a single line on NFSW. Okay. It's running the joke, NFSW. It's again Llama 2 uncensored. So I think I wrote it wrong, so it might give a very long answer. But let's wait and see the response. I'm gonna show you the code example as well. We're going to put a code question and see the output. Okay, just a single line. What do you get when you cross? Okay, we need a code example. So write me a Python code for printing numbers 1 to 10. Okay. So we are printing numbers 1 to 10. This is a Python code. So this selected model should be some code llama. Let's see if it is able to select the appropriate model for this particular job. So selected model is code llama. Now the message is being sent to code llama and it is preparing a response for you. Pretty great. Okay, so there we go. I am going to close this now. So let's close this. This is closed. Now, what's about the future? What do we have now? So in the future, we can implement the memory version of that, because in this version, we are just putting in single command, single user input, but we need to have some sort of memory. Then we can host it somewhere, you know, for a use case, or if you want to sell this as a service, you can host it somewhere. More LLMs, you can put in more LLMs, and you know, you can put in any number of LLMs depending on the capability of your drive here. And in the next, we can also use our own fine-tuning model on this implementation, that when we ask a question on our data, it is going to use our fine-tuning models. Now, I think you get the idea of how powerful this thing is, how powerful this implementation is, the LLM selector. So after having done everything, let me summarize everything. So we have an LLM selector that will select the best models from the list of installed models on your Ollama system, using Ollama. And out of these models, the particular LLM will be designated to work on the user query that you have. The particular model is going to run that query and give you the response. So that is a simple implementation. We have also seen on this Streamlit how it is done. If you have any questions, please feel free to speak to me on the comment section, or you can contact me on my mail or Discord at the rate promptengineer48. I'm open to suggestions. If you like to see any other videos, please mention in the comment section on what next video should I create. If you like this video, please like this video and share this video. Consider becoming a member of my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time with more interesting videos in the future. Please check out the other videos on my channel. Thank you so much and have a nice day.